I chose the Constitution Day for the assignment. I chose direct instruction for instructor-centered. I chose Think, Pair, Share for interactive. I wanted individualized project for individualized, role play for experimental. For the direct instruction, I'm just comfortable being in front of the students talking, and most of the students are used to that, so that's the reason I did that one. For the Think, Pair, Share, I wanted students to interact with a partner and share their learning. For individualized, I wanted the students to see that they could do a project on their own with some guidance. For experimental, I wanted the students to take ownership and do role play and see that they could put themselves into a role. The second one, I wanted to make sure I was addressing every student's needs. I wanted to make sure I continued to address the topic and that we were studying and students to get the most out of the topic. I look at things from all different directions, and there are more than one way to teach a topic, and you have to be flexible and see what works for your students and what works for your school. As to the COVID-19, teaching online, making sure that the students have access to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams. It's possible to do teaching online. We did it. It worked. Setting up a possible meeting with your students and making sure that they're in the meetings, and if parents want to be there, they can be. Try to get all students to use the online learning. The difference that I noticed with planning is I'm used to face-to-face planning, and I'm not really used to that much online. We did do online, but like I said, it was for review material, and so it would take a bit of creativity, but students that are up to the challenge that can do it. It would require meeting with the students, such as in Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom, but it can be done. And just letting the students know that we're there to support them and we're there the entire way. So I wanted students to know that, and to make sure that I was addressing every student to make sure that their needs were getting met. The face-to-face format is just so much easier because you can actually see what the person's reaction is, and you can change how you're teaching based on that. Online, it's kind of hard to see what a person is doing, if they're twiddling their thumbs, if they're not paying any attention to you. It's really hard to see that, and I just wanted to make sure that I was addressing that and every student that I possibly could.